I wake after 200 years. This game no longer anything like the fantasy I hold in my heart. An idea sparks, an endeavor to find an opponent worthy of killing me. However, before starting my journey, I must do what any good player of Deep Woken does: start my own guild. With that complete, I now head out on my journey. First, going to the only place I know of, Eresia, also named Bandit Island, as some weird individuals may say. I begin to explore, and without much luck, I do not seem to find anybody, until suddenly an imbecile known as a Voidwalker dared to challenge my grace. Unable to even parry a single attack, I start to take heavy damage, internally questioning whether my skills are still sharp enough to challenge a worthy opponent, let alone even win against this disgusting Voidwalker. What was once imminent death had now transformed into my victory, but at what cost? This man, although scum, was far weaker than I, yet I still struggled, and almost even lost. No matter that, I was doused in riches for my victory, and continued my search. However, on my continued search, I then see an old enemy, a fodder one, no doubt, and proving my point due to leaving as soon as he felt my presence within the server. A trusted source then told me that a main point of violence within this game was now located at Songseeker, for pros as he said. Being a former professional myself, I immediately went to investigate, hoping to complete my quest. Arriving at Songseeker, the only thing I first saw was only something most Deep Woken players fear. Something straight from the depths of hell. A form of employment. A job, some might say. To think Deep Woken would go so low as to add horror aspects. My endeavor once again proving unfruitful, I head back to Etris and start looking for a server with a high player count. I then find a trusted source named Beowulf Kikoshi, and he informs me to take my business to the depths. And first, naturally, I ask him for a duel, since he looked strong. To my utter surprise, I was getting absolutely demolished. I couldn't parry an attack. I didn't even know what I was doing. The sheer force of this man's power was incomprehensible. That's when I realized it. As he took my life, I realized this man truly was. I wake up in the depths, planning my escape to the surface. This time not to search for my own ruin, rather to get stronger before facing it. Although I thought he was an enemy initially, I allowed this man to pass through before me. However, my patience got to me, and I changed servers in order to find a free elevator. Upon joining, I hear and see commotion. Naturally, I continue forward and go to investigate. They seemed chill, so I waited for the elevator to come down. However, the man began questioning me first. And to no one's surprise, he attacked me. I began to panic. It was now a 2-on-1, with the existence of my whole build on the line. I had to fight with all I had. As I got attacked more and more, without landing any hits back to him, it seemed the outcome of this fight was almost as clear as day. Until the power of a god was bestowed upon me. The power to win this fight was given to me directly. My bell had activated. I now had to win. This sorry excuse of a human existence then proceeded to say, "Ease," although I know not to falter at his shallow jest, for he is nothing but a lowly degenerate. I could not help but start to get infuriated. I now felt nothing but rage towards this man. As my rage consumed me, memories of something began to flood in. Memories filled with rage and hatred. The second day will not be so forgiving.